Hey,
Hi.
so we've had a few viewers ask us what's gone wrong with the car and camper on our journey, haven't we?
Yeah, it was interesting because we did the 6-month review, but we didn't really talk about what's gone wrong, car and camper.
Yep, so we've done a list and we'll just quickly touch on them and how we've fixed them or replaced them or whatever.
And I think we can both agree that there's been one major fail.
Yeah, one major fail.
We'll get to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to walk around and show you what's gone wrong, what's broken, what we've had to fix, replace, etc. etc.
I think we'll probably start with the camper trailer because we're standing under it.
Alright,
And you know what? Dot is awesome.
yeah.
And we're talking tiny things here, aren't we?
Yeah, Dot's an Australian-made camper by Drifter. It's solid as. It's all Australian materials. So some of the things that we list are just so minor.
They're almost like age, general maintenance kind of things, but yeah,
Yeah.
you'll see.
Anyway, all right. The first one, we had an issue with the tap. So just here, this part of the tap screws in. Unfortunately, it's just worn away over the years. So what we've used is a bit of this product. It's called Need It. It's waterproof, and we've basically concreted it in, literally. So
We basically just used it as a glue, didn't we?
as a glue. So it's never going to budge.
Well,
So,
that's been the whole trip.
Yeah.
That happened really early on.
Yep.
So yeah, happy with that.
Yep.
Easy.
So that's great. I mean, you can replace the pump. I think the pumps are about $40, but it's a simple fix.
Yeah.
Our next fix on the camper, let's have a look around this side. So inside here is a pump that pumps water around the camper to the kitchen and to the shower and all that sort of stuff. That's what it looks like. That's our old one. Unfortunately, inside of it, one of the wires corroded and we had to get a new one. So that was just a simple, plug and play item, swapped it over. So we've met a fellow camper who had a spare one that we bought one off.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think we've probably mentioned it. We were at sort of a remote camp and there was another Dot and
Yeah.
he had a spare one on him.
Yep.
That's the Dot community. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. So that was great. But yeah, I think that's just another wear and tear item, isn't it? 6 years.
Yeah.
So okay, so from here, that's pretty much about it for Dot.
Well, just mentioning the tent, we've gone over, we did a Bunja Top review. If you haven't looked at it, check it out. And we talk about just the little quick fixes that we did on that, which includes things like the elastic cord.
Yeah, so just up here, the red cord. We've replaced all the cord in all the tent, and that was a quick, easy fix, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's, again, it's almost a general maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, age.
Okay, so let's go to the car.
Oh, yes, the car.
The car, all right.
We are 1000% happy with the D-Max.
Yes. Now, with the tray is from MRT, and the tray, it's been fine. There's no issues with the tray. Well, actually, when I say no issues, there's been one little minor one. Here, these little brackets that hold the mud flaps are attached to the tray, and I'll get Jen to put under the camera. I've had to reattach it. Obviously with a bit of movement, especially on corrugations, it's just snapped that little bit of aluminium. Look, I've just put a bit of wire there to hold it together for now, and when I get home I'll go to Bunnings, get a bit of more aluminium and just replace it. That's a simple fix. The rest of the tray, no issues. We did install this little water pump and this little bracket for some rods and stuff. This holds about 10 litres of water, so the weight of it, especially on the corrugations, the brackets that we used weren't quite strong enough, so they have given way. So at the moment I've just got it held under there by a ratchet strap, and I will replace that with a U-bolt down the track when I get to a hardware store. It'll never fall off again once I put a U-bolt on. Now, ooh.
Are we going to talk about the major fail?
Yes.
And
So
it is.
The canopy is MRT as well. Now this is a 1900 by 1800 long canopy. It's from memory, it's imported from China. I think MRT do a little bit of reinforcing. They reinforce the floor and the roof and stuff, so they do a few things to it to make it a little bit stronger. Unfortunately, I think with the corrugations and maybe the size of the camping, we've had some cracks in the welds. Now you'll see here and along here and along here. Now all these cracks are predominantly at the back door. Now I think that's probably because of the movement. There's more movement in the back of the vehicle.
We've done a lot of corrugations, haven't we?
Yeah, so they're hairline cracks, but it is a fail. And we've had to use this product, which is Sally's. It's a silicone. It's
yeah, it's actually meant for gasket work, you know, to hold together moving parts. But we figure, you know what, this has actually just become a moving part.
yeah,
It needed to withstand high heat
yep,
because we're in the outback, and also it needed to be dust resistant.
yeah. With the hairline cracks, a lot of dust was getting into the back
Well,
of the
we
canopy.
noticed that, didn't we? We didn't actually notice the cracks to start with. We actually noticed the dust ingress
Yeah.
and how bad it got. We don't have compression locks either.
No.
We should mention that, which is why we were getting a bit of dust in.
Yeah.
You can put up with a little bit, but
Yeah.
we were starting to find a lot
Yeah.
when we opened it up.
Yeah.
And that's when we noticed that there were actually holes forming in the welds.
Yeah,
There were bits of weld that were actually coming away, so a lot of dust was getting in. So as a quick fix, we
Yep.
popped into the local hardware store that we found in one of the towns and bought that product, and it has actually improved.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now down the track, obviously, we'll have to peel that off and get a welder to re-weld those joints a little bit stronger.
Yeah, and some might ask, why don't we just pop to a welder in Darwin or somewhere like that? Do you know what? We would have to strip the entire back of this car.
Yeah,
We would have to pull everything out of the canopy to get them to be able to weld those spots, because we've got a marine ply floor
Yeah.
in there. And that job would be huge. There is so much stuff in there, a lot of weight, and it would take us
A whole day.
a day.
yeah,
And then where would we store that stuff?
exactly. So
Yeah.
anyway, but something MRT can look into their welds. And
Yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment.
yeah, it is a little disappointment because now we've got to go down the track. We've got to go and fix it, get it fixed.
Yeah, and look, it has probably pushed us towards looking into getting a better canopy,
Yeah,
because we definitely want to keep the D-Max. There's absolutely, like, she is beautiful,
yep,
but that is the thing that's let us down.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the winch, we had inside the engine bays an isolator for the winch, and I won't bother putting up the bonnet for you and showing it. Most people know what an isolator looks like. I might even find a picture on the net and stick it in there for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a relatively cheap part, and it just cuts power off from the battery to the winch. So unfortunately mine's failed. I got in contact with Rumba and they were excellent. They've under warranty, they've posted out a new one to me, and I also was missing off the thimble at the front of the car, grommet, which they've posted out as well for me. So they've been
We'll pick
great.
that up in Alice Springs, won't we?
Yeah.
At your auntie's place. So
Yeah.
that's really good. Yeah.
Now look, if we needed the winch, you can join the two wires together. Just means you bypass the isolator, so you can still use the winch. It's not a major thing. It's just an annoying thing, really. But anyway,
Easy fix.
yeah, Rumba came to the rescue. On the camper trailer, when we were doing the bungles, we had an issue with our Anderson plug on hooking up to the back of the car.
We can't quite work that one out, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite possibly just, we might have had a snag in one of the little crossings we did.
Yep. So here's the Anderson plug that attaches to the car. What we think's happened is it's come out of the back of the car and it's dragged on the ground and it's ripped the Anderson plug off. Now I carry a couple of these spare, so that was a simple fix. I've just got to buy a couple more spares now. But yeah, that was just a simple fix.
And yes, it did happen twice, and we figure that's because the car end of the Anderson was a little bit loose,
Yeah.
probably just from age.
Yeah, and after talking to another fellow camper, he had a similar problem. He said just put some gaffer tape around it. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, but
He even gave you half a roll of tape.
yes, good on him. Thanks, mate. Sorry I didn't get your name. Now, I was going to do a lost and found section.
We've actually found a few things along the way, and some things have been useful.
Yeah, we found a little holder for mozzie coils.
Yeah, that was cool. It was
Yeah.
like a croc something. We didn't even know what it was, to be honest, and we found one in a four-wheel drive store and went, oh, it's a mozzie coil holder.
Yeah, we found some nuts, some bolts, which have come in handy.
I found a little rubber thing that went on the water tap brilliantly.
We found an abandoned trailer on
Oh yes, that was on the Gib.
on the Gib, which I needed some of the nipples. It's called little grease nipples off the suspension.
You might have accidentally broken one.
I broke one.
But this was a well-abandoned trailer. It wasn't just somebody had parked it there.
No.
It was trashed. It was been in an accident. It was in pieces.
So we took the nipples off that, and now got a couple of spare nipples.
Finders keepers.
Exactly. Now, what have we lost?
Oh, I lost my weight belt.
Oh
for,
no.
for spearfishing. I did leave it at Smithy's on the Dampier Peninsula. If anyone found it and they want to give it back, that'd be nice.
And Jenny's lost her thongs.
I think I've lost 2 pairs of thongs.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah, look, it's mostly me
Yeah.
losing stuff. You had a thong blowout yourself, but that was a blowout.
I did have a thong blowout.
That's what you get for paying $2 for your thongs, but
Yeah, so got some better thongs now. And we had a broken beer can and a broken Coke can from doing the Gib.
and 2 broken eggs.
and 2 broken eggs. That's not bad. So yeah, we've been quite fortunate so far, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so. Look, really, really disappointed in the canopy. Obviously, you did a lot of research before you bought that thing. We do feel like now we need to go to one of those big reputable brands and pay, $30,000 for one, which would be disappointing. But if anyone's got any suggestions on canopies, really good quality, well built, made to last the Australian outback,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We plan to do more of these videos, more off-roading,
Yeah.
and I don't think this one's
Does
gonna...
that mean there's going to be a rebuild video?
Oh, there might be.
Oh, that's a long way off.
Anyway, so we hope this answers some of your questions. What's gone wrong, what fixes we've had to do.
Yeah. Any more questions? Let us know.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks, guys.